These are the final two steps and perhaps the most important steps of your OKR retrospective. Now, again, I'm emphasizing I use the word retrospective, not review, because we want perspective. We want you to take a look at the performance and figure out what does that mean going forward. So, again, these are the last two steps we're going to be talking about, the learnings and the feed forward. These are both performance meetings. Again, we're looking to gain insights from all the participants. To say another way, if you don't participate in this meeting, you shouldn't even be there. And so obviously as an executive, you need to be contributing to this. And it's pretty straightforward. It's like learnings are learnings, right? What are the systemic things we can walk away from that are going to benefit the organization? And we should probably list those out and agree what we've learned. Then the second part is feed forward. Now, I want to talk about feed forward for a second. Feed forward is kind of the opposite of feedback, right? If you think of feedback, that's, an emphasis on the past, and I'm critiquing your work. I'm describing what has happened, like driving through the rearview mirror, and I'm focusing typically on what didn't go well, and it's just is highlighting errors. Feed forward is different. It's trying to emphasize, based on what we saw, what would I tell my future self? What's that emphasis on the future? So they could be suggestions on what we do next. They could be areas on how to improve the work we've been doing. It's about focusing on how to progress the organization and answers the question, what should we do differently? And the reason I use feed forward, not plan, is it's not planning. We're not laying down concrete, do this, do that. It's more that feed forward. It's a perfect word for it. So how do we feed forward? So two steps. What are our learnings? Note those down. Based on that, what's our feed forward? What do I tell the our future organization? And that's the final deliverable from the retrospective. We now need to move on to the next step, which is the refresh. But this is the final deliverable based on taking a look at the work we did in the previous quarter. We'd love to share more of our ideas with you. There are probably about 300 YouTube videos that we've recorded that you can find on our YouTube page. We also write a continuous series of blogs about OKR and related topics. Or feel free just to give us a phone call or email me. Happy to have a conversation about any of these topics. Talk to you soon.